Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that excites both of us quite a bit, and that is spring migration. Spring migration. Do we have a song for it? Like spring
No, you might have
migration
that.
time,
No, we don't.
come on. Okay, spring migration, okay?
Of birds.
Right, not the
important.
caribou migration. Yeah, people might be confused. We're in Canada, could confuse people. This is about the spring bird migration. Good specification.
What's our channel slogan though?
No, it's the channel name. Wings, Wheels, Walks, and Wellness. Welcome back to Wings, Wheels, Walks, and Wellness. Isn't that awesome? Anyway.
I gotta show you he designed the logo for that with all the elements.
It's
there.
not finished.
Okay. Soon to be revealed.
Okay, soon to be revealed.
Anyway, so we usually like to travel to bird. And this is not abnormal. It's when we first started doing this, I felt like it was a little bit like a cheesy way to bird because it's in a city and it's just a neighborhood birding, literally neighborhood birding. But it was really good. I like how convenient it is.
You can't be on the road all the time. You can't be traveling all the time. Well, maybe some of you can, but we can't. So it's important not to forget. And I was like you. I felt a little bit like
cheating.
Not cheating, just like, oh, it's a little cheesy to walk around your neighborhood and look at cardinals and robins all the time. But actually, neighborhood birding can be really rewarding, and especially during spring migration.
Right, it's really easy. Like 5 minutes, I'm in the trail, and I can get up at just 5:30, and I have to have breakfast.
Just barely. No,
anyway, but really quickly, I can be out there and birding.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Because you're at home, it's wake up, grab a bite to eat, and boom. If you're, and this, people might think, oh, maybe we live in the country. This actually applies if you're in the city, if you're in the suburbs, if you're rural, you probably have all kinds of cool birds, but birds are everywhere. So you can take advantage of your own backyard or your own front yard, whatever yard you have or area you can be in. You should go check it out. You might find something very surprising.
It's an awesome day so far. We've seen some little mammals. What?
It's hard for me to stop laughing
You gotta act more natural.
when I see this.
Well, they don't see a thing. They don't know why you're laughing.
Oh, they don't know.
They just
Too
see
bad.
how small we are and can hardly hear us.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
take a picture for you guys so
we're
you
here
know how
at-
funny he is.
Where are we? We're here at Lac Beauchamp, a spot we've never been. It's not even far from our house, not even 30 minutes. And awesome, it's spring, so we're seeing lots of firsts for the year for us.
Now that you're totally empowered to bird right in your own neighborhood, your next challenge is going to be knowing when to bird. How are we going to know when to go birding, Jen?
We check Birdcast. It's like those super cheesy advertising pieces, right?
Yeah, like a infomercial. It's like an infomercial.
Anyway,
Birdcast.
so Birdcast. Check that out. This is such a great website. Every day they kind of predict like who and when and rough number of the birds that will be in the air. And it's just magnificent.
It's
the
actually,
old me can never imagine that when I'm sleeping, there's millions of little fuzzballs moving north at night. Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's really amazing.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to say that the important thing that Birdcast will give you is to know when is really, you want to go out, you want to see the maximum number of birds possible. And that, we get a lot of help from Birdcast to know when to go out. That's all I wanted to say, because it tells you, well, for example, right, a couple days ago.
And windy. Wait, windy? Is that the app name?
Windy is like for advanced users, I'd say. We'll put the links down below. Well, maybe not.
No, it's important because here's why we use the two, because Birdcast currently don't have Canada information. So we don't know exactly what happened in our region. So we check St. Lawrence County, New York State, St. Lawrence County, Franklin, and Jefferson to see how is their prediction for the number of birds migrating at night. And they update that live at night too. So I check around a 30 and 10 something. You can see
Super
how many
cool.
pass the county, how many is in the air, how high they fly, and all that information. Then we combine with the windy. What windy tells you is from birdcast, I can look at how high they're flying. Sometimes they're around 3,000 feet. So we check around that height on windy. Maybe it's a pretty good wind. Maybe they want to push a little bit more north, or the wind direction change at some point in Canada. Maybe they wanted to land. So we just do some guess based on the information we got from both apps, website.
Apps and websites, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's really awesome. I hope Canada, if you're watching, you need to get Birdcast up here.
They said they're trying to work on that, right?
Yeah, too slow. Make it happen. So it probably goes without saying that spring migration is an awesome time to bird, but we want to share with you a few of our reasons that really get us exhilarated to get out there and do some birding during spring migration. And we'd love to hear from you in the comments down below if any of these, if we missed any of it that really get you sort of jazzed to get out and do some birding. But the first one for me is I like to get those first of year birds, the birds you haven't seen since last season, coming back. Right.
You check the eBird the first of the year.
Yeah, I kind of keep track of how many first of year birds I got, because it's kind of neat to see, like, did you get 1, did you get 4, did you get 10? Like, woo.
Right. I like what I'm obsessed with, returning birds. I don't know this is an exact bird, but you know this location that this kingbird may nest in the past years. Every year he come back here, and we saw them on that branch again. That's his favorite branch. Or this is the red star forest. They're always yelling there, or vireo stuff. Like it's almost like an old friend coming back. But obviously, I don't know if it's the same.
They have their little stories that go with them. Maybe it's the same bird, maybe it's not, but it develops kind of this whole storyline of, there's the kingbird, there's the red star, there's the whatever. Yeah. And the drama of spring is profound. Right?
In the autumn they're so quiet,
docile and friendly and cooperative.
But now they're vicious to each other, not too much except the Canada goose, I guess, to people. But other than that, all the rest are just between their species or different species. I love those aerial
fights, right?
You know, like grackles hate crows, how they chase, how they dodge, and ravens and even little birds, sometimes a group fight, a little bit nasty, but I love those kind of.
There's all kinds of drama you can see on the ground, in the air, in the trees.
And population.
Yes, and if you're into that, you can even watch the birds kind of produce the next generation live.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We might have to rate the video a little bit higher now, like not for children.
They don't understand that word.
Right.
Yes. Well, another good thing is there are rare trees happening literally just in your backyard. Right? Those are birds that are just migrate. You don't see them. They don't live in the city. They just overnight need some fuel, so they stop over here, literally in the city. So I thought those are pretty neat to see.
Yeah, it's super neat. Birds, you're only going to see them twice a year. Once on their way north, and once maybe again on your way south. And maybe those ones you might not see every migration. So again, you got to be out there if you want to see these treats. Yeah.
The disadvantage of those birds is I found a lot of times they don't sing or something. Like they're really quiet.
They're not on their breeding grounds, right? So they're not trying to get lucky yet.
And they just fuel up. They rest, they eat, they drink, and they don't make much noise. And I tend to have the habit of, take birds for granted. Oh, that's a sparrow. No, now I have to really be
turn over every stone.
Exactly. Check every bird. There could be something that I didn't know. I mistake Bohemian waxwing as starling groups.
Right, no, you got to kind of look at every bird and just say, that looks like a regular house sparrow, let's have a look. Oops.
It's a field sparrow.
It's the time of year.
If you're really good, you probably won't make that mistake. But at our phase, it happens a lot.
Oh yeah.
I know this is a little bit early for our climate in Ottawa right now. It's a good at this time when the warblers are slowly trickling in. It's a good time to practice these skills. Over the winter, I kind of lose that handling all the jiggling birds, chase it and stuff. So I use this early. For us, it's early migration time actually to practice with the little birds.
Yeah, the return of the beautiful but always so frustrating warbler who just won't stand still for your picture.
The most thing we say is, where is it now? Where is it now?
Yeah, let us know what your strategies are. We have some cool tricks that we try to use when we're together birding. So if one person's in the camera or in the binoculars on the bird, one of us will try to stay out to watch the big picture to see which way it hops, because they can sometimes shoot out of your binoculars so fast they went right, but you don't know how far they went right. Did they leave the scene?
Yeah.
Did they just hop over a few branches?
And we don't do well with that.
Yeah, we try, but we don't do well. If you have cool tricks on how you stay on a bird, those fidgety little birds, let us know, because it sure is tricky.
Those early spring ticks are out. So we got the first tick bite.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Everything's fine, but just to remind you that even though in the city and we were on the trail, that how packed that like the ground was like concrete, the dirt was so packed like concrete, really clear maintained trail. Somehow we got ticks.
Yeah, so we weren't in deep grass or backwoods or anything like that. But anyway, just put on your tick vigilance. Check yourself out when you get home. Put on your bug spray if you need to. Whatever you do for ticks.
And we had long sleeve, long pants, jacket, hats, and everything. So, and the temperature here is still cool. So don't take chances.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We just wanted to quickly touch base and share with you our excitement during this spring migration. Stay tuned. If you like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button if you're into RV travel, birding, wellness, or cool hikes all over this continent. Until next time, keep the shiny side up. Bye-bye.